Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is so good to be here this morning. I am up early trying to make sure that I have time to do this while dad's at work, baby's sleeping, because I'm still trying to get these working on making time for this video, for you guys, for myself. As you can see, I got my hair done again. I love I love sitting in my sister's chair. She always makes me feel so pretty. Yeah. So the baby is doing great. The kids are doing great. My 3-year-old is starting to go to the bathroom by himself more. I'm like, yay, I need you out them pull-ups. My 2-year-old starting to go to the potty. She's starting to ask. I'm like, yay, to only have one baby in diapers, you guys. I haven't only had one baby in diapers since I had my oldest daughter. Everybody's been in diapers together. After about kid 4, that's when I started having, that's when I was just like diaper central. Because that's when when I had my daughter Janae, who is 9, my daughter Vanessa, who is 8, and my twins, who are 7. So they're 11 months apart. They are Irish twins. So, yeah, I was looking forward to it before he got here, but I'm still trying to make this happen quickly so I don't have to do it a lot longer. We have started going back out into the world, which is nice. We were already going to his family's house and my family's house, but like back outside. We went to go visit my coworkers. Everybody enjoyed seeing the baby and us. It felt like we just brought some good energy that was needed. The next night we went to their musical winter concert, the choral concert, so my daughter could see her friends and just hang out. My daughter used to go to the middle school that I work at. But yeah, so that was nice. I had to go get my nails done. I wasn't quite ready, but because that last set I really, really loved. I don't even remember like taking photos of it. I think I took like one video. But my nail unexpectedly just broke. And God shows you, even in the smallest things, that where you've asked for growth, they will appear. And I'm like, thank you, because I know I put in the work to not have such a quick temper when things happen, like to be angry, not even like at people around me, just let the situation affect me to where I'm angry. And I know, of course, that affects others, but I'm not angry at anyone else. I'm just angry at what happened. Yeah, this nail was like, because they were like this long. They were like, my nails were longer. It broke like this. Like, it was like a whole C. Dipped out. And I was just moving stuff around my deep freezer. So I pretty much just closed the deep freezer and said, all right, Nell, wherever you are in there, that's your new home. I'm telling you. And I just was like, okay. I instantly just knew I was going to get my nails done the next day because it was a dangerous break. Like, I could have hurt myself or somebody else. And then my husband just looked at me like, what happened? And I was like, my nails broke. And I showed him and he was just like, whoa, like his response was bigger than mine. But it just showed me that I didn't panic, I didn't fret, I didn't worry. I just knew that it would be taken care of. And that's what God does for me all the time, you guys. God takes care of me. So recently, my truck was in an accident. I wasn't in the vehicle. It was parked outside of my house. Some young kids were coming back from in and out, and something happened. I don't know exactly. And they hit my car. They hit the front of my truck, and the truck hit the van. So right now, the van is at the shop being repaired because it was full coverage, so we don't have to worry about that, even though they weren't insured. So, it's just a little different. But my truck, we were going to let go of my truck when we got our van. So we took it off the insurance, but we made the decision to keep it. And when we put it back on our insurance, the liability was the choice that we had to go with because of cost. The rate change. So it was like, oh, we just gonna have to do the liability. But so it's sitting here. It's been sitting here for like a week. This is the first time that I've gotten in it. And she's totaled. The radiator is smashed into the engine. The people that were in the car were fine. That was my first question when because actually the police came and knocked on my door. I think one of my neighbors, when they heard the crash, probably went outside and told them that was our vehicle. So they actually came to my door. So I was able to come outside and see what happened. Exchanged information, but that's when I found out they weren't insured. So the police were like, we're just gonna make a police report, yada yada yada. But my very first question when I came outside was, is everybody okay? Because this is a car, this is a thing, it can be replaced. Just because there's sentimental value here doesn't mean it's the end all of be all. This is our first family car. And then it became my car. But the Lord had us prepared. He had us prepared, you guys. Not only did we get our 12-passenger van months before something like this even happened, He let us keep this truck. He's had us put a nest egg aside. If we didn't have this truck sitting here, our van would have took that blow. And that would have been hard on the heart, because it's just it's brand new, guys. Like this was hard on the heart too, but it'd have been like we waited so long for God to give us that. But like I said, He covered us. He provided for us. I have a nice rental right now, and it's what I want in the future. It's what my husband wants to get me in the future. He's honestly been talking about this car to me for a couple of years now. Like, this is your car. Right now I'm in a Jeep Wrangler, and even that was like a step out on faith, because of course when I went through the system to get the rental, there were no 8-seaters. Excuse me. There were no 8-seaters, and I was like, okay, that's fine, we'll go with the 12-passenger van, because we have to put that in the shop anyway. Because with 8-passenger means I have to drive 2. If we all go anywhere for a while, we have to drive both cars, right? Which is fine, which is totally fine. I'm used to that. So when we got there, me and my husband, he saw 2 Wagoners immediately. I saw one, and I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to ask. And the guy that was helping us didn't really know if they had any. But once he looked, I think the other guy picked out the key and was just like, here. So it was just like, okay, all right. Is this my test experience, Lord? Okay, because we have had that happen. We have had that happen to us where we get, we drive a car that's not ours, that we desire, that God gave it. My husband drives a Dodge Charger, and that was a whole journey to get there. He used to drive a Dodge Charger when he was when he worked for a different security company in the past. So he drove the car a lot, so he got used to, he enjoyed this car, you guys. He already wanted it, but after driving it, he was like, I want this car. And I know some people will call that manifesting, and I call that God's will. God's will, God's way, God's time, you guys. God's time, you guys. Yeah, so we asked, and they were like, oh yeah, we have one. And I didn't see him pull out the keys, but my husband did, and he was like, "Oh, it's the Wagoneer." So when they took us out to, when he, when he was like premium, I was like, okay, all right. And then I think he finally said it, and I was just like, that's fine. And then he was like, he was like, this might be more expensive. Let me check the rate. Bless the Lord. It was $1 more. So it was like, why not experience this car that you really want? And it's not like I really want it. I don't really know much about cars. Guys, I'm like, I just need a nice car that gets me from point A to point B, that keeps me warm and cold, I guess, and has Bluetooth. Like, I don't require that. Like, I don't even have Bluetooth in my car. This is a little embarrassing, but I don't even, my radio, it works, but it's staticky, and the CD player in my car never worked. And of course, everything is Bluetooth. So I didn't even have that option in my car. I drove around with a speaker. Actually, no, we had one of those Bluetooth things that go in the thing first. But I eventually started driving around with a Bose speaker. It did what it needed to do. It wasn't a car radio, but it did what it needed to do, guys. So, it's just nice to be able to experience something nice. The goal is to have nice things as you get older, and that's one thing that he wants from me. It's a nice car that gets me and my girls around. That's the only reason we stay in 8-seater. And I've gotten used to it. I don't want a small car. I hate driving my husband's car. But you guys, like, this is where I've been this whole time, in peace. In peace. I cried. Yes, I cried because I was sad. I'm gonna miss this car. But everyone walked away from it. Cars are being taken care of, no matter the time frame. We're being taken care of. We have another car to drive. We don't have to panic about how we're going to get the family around. Like, I know in the past, my heart posture, I would have panicked. I would have been freaking out. I was home by myself with the kids when this all happened to my husband. Was at work, you guys. And I did panic a little bit because I didn't really want to call the insurance. But I put my big girl panties on and just got the ball going. Because, I just wanted a second to, like, process. But you don't always have time to do that. You kind of just have to go with it, guys, and I'm just thankful that the Lord has changed my heart so much to where I really do depend on him. It's one thing to say it, but, like, when you really go, okay, Lord, okay, Lord, it's okay to have emotions, but you're not, you don't find yourself having big emotions, or irate emotions. Like, you don't have God to depend on. Like, you panicking like God's not already solving this problem before he sent it to you or allowed it to happen, baby. Like, come on. God knows what you're going to go through, so he prepares you for it. No, it's not always easy, but God gives you the tools you need. May not be in the moment for some things, but also it's about your relationship with God. Is your relationship with God strong when you're going through things, or is it like lukewarm? Because if it's like lukewarm, God needs you to get that together. So you may not be as prepared because you're not relying on God for emotional support. You're not relying him on your mental stability, or even just like your everyday, like, I mean, everything. Like, you need to rely on God for everything. I don't like making decisions anymore. One, because I have the head of my house, the head of my life, who is above me, and he goes to God. And and where we are right now, God, we had this conversation the other day. He said, I don't have to go to God to get my answers anymore because he's right here. He walks with me. And I feel that. I feel that. Not just for him, but for me. I know God walks with me. I know he does. So I don't have to worry. I don't have to fret. Any opportunity that comes my way, if it's for me, it's for me. God is going to show me before I even have to question. Ask a question and just know. I did not know how I was going to start this video today, what I was even going to talk about. And I promise you guys, I always feel like I share more than I thought I was going to. And I know it's always the Lord pushing me in the direction to share things, because he's like, at the end of the day, I need you to share me. And I'm like, all for it, because guess what? My life wouldn't be the same way without God. My life would not be the same without God. When I was growing up as a girl, you guys, my mother did a wonderful job with God in my life. I was just talking to my older sister about that. You know, most people complain about having to go to church 5 days a week, maybe more. You know, but like when I look at it now, she made it so easy for me to connect with God. You know, before, when we were little, we'd go to family churches. Like, I've been to a couple different denominations. But when I was about, I don't even know, I can't remember how old I was. But okay, so all that means we sang with the family at the first church, because I was little, right? I was real little. Then eventually we went to another church. Of course, we always sang. That was not an option. We always sang. But then we had drill team, right? And then we went to another church. We might have been to maybe one more than that, and I just don't remember, because I know we visited other family churches quite often. But at that church, my mom started a praise dance ministry, and that's where I've met my lifelong friend. At that church, we were 8 when we met. She remembers how old she was when she moved to California. So that's how I even know that, because she shared that with me. And I was just like, man, that relationship is so strong. We've been through a lot with each other, for each other. We, you know, there has definitely been times where we don't speak. And I mean, like, don't speak. But when we finally do come back to each other, it's just like, hey friend. It's like old times. Like, we share everything. Like, maybe not everything, but it's one of those environments where it's like, I feel comfortable telling you what's going on with me, you know, because I don't think anybody shares everything with somebody, except the person except for your husband, who you're supposed to. You're married to this person, because this person is supposed to be able to pray for you in your downfalls and lift you up when they need to, you know. I don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah. I need God for everything. But, that's where I was saying. I met my friend. We were 8. My mom started a praise dance ministry, so I started praise dancing. We even went to conferences in another state. It was just a beautiful way to connect with God, because I know in our Black culture, guys, we love to dance. But why not dance for the Lord? Because everything that we do, all the gifts and talents that we have, they're meant to be used for the Lord. So, you know, but even then, got older, start singing in more choirs, you know. We were in the choir, we were in the praise dance ministry. I have been a part of the Angel Tree organization. I have done Christmas things and even summer camp with them. This was all through church, you guys. And we had I Care Saturdays, which we went out and helped in the community. Yeah, honey, you know, definitely used to be the people at Bible study, choir rehearsal, praise dance rehearsal, rehearsal for for whoever else, like, because I had older siblings too. Like, so I mean, when we were at church, we was at church, honey. My mama made sure that our relationship with the Lord was on lock. Even if we weren't going to God on our own, we were in that space, we were in that environment, we were learning. Okay. So when we did need the Lord as we got older, because you know, you got to figure out life, you got to figure out yourself. Not to say that everybody doesn't always still have God, but that relationship needs to grow. So, you know, I'm thankful to my mother for that. Oh right, because not only did we do that, we had my mom would take us to prayer meetings. She'd take us to Bible studies outside of church, like at people's homes. And now me and my sisters have prayer. And honestly, it's like an hours long conversation. And it's really just us talking to God on people's behalf. And yeah, sometimes we talk about what's going on with us because we need to. But a lot of the times we're going to war for other people God has placed on our hearts. And we basically have Bible study because one of my sisters has been in her word like every day. So she started sharing that with us. And then like from time to time, we'll share other things with each other to help each other stay encouraged in our relationships with the Lord. Yeah. My sisters are my prayer warriors. My sisters are the people I go to when I need something in support in that area. They are. I love my sisters. I am so thankful to the Lord for the relationships that I have with them. Because also that is a generational curse in my family that I am breaking. And we fight hard to make sure that we don't end up hating each other. You know, I feel like it's just this unspoken thing of we cannot let happen with our parents and their siblings happen to us. So we try not to stay mad too long. You know, there's been things that have made people mad at each other. That's just human nature. But at the end of the day, we need to forgive. We forgive each other and we do our best to move on. You know, it may not always be easy at first, but God softens our hearts over time because we realize those experiences are God is using to shape us as well. Whew. You guys, I love talking about the Lord. I love talking about the Lord. Oh, yeah. My family is doing amazing. My family is doing great. I love my children. I love my husband. I love the Lord. I can't say that enough. I'm so excited to see the Lord move in my life. I've been working on a website, an apparel website, for the latter of 2 years, and I'm honestly I just figured out how I could tweak the designs myself, and then generate different ones. So, you know, I feel like, I don't know, I might change a few before I release it. Definitely by the top of the year, I'm going to release my merchandise. I'm excited. It's something God placed on my heart to do some time ago. And to see the process, it's been good because it's been ups and downs. It's been times where I just totally don't touch it. And then there's times where I'm like just trying to focus on it and make sure that I get it done because this is something that can provide more money for my family, why not? And then it's what God told me to do. Because generally I'm a stay-at-home mom, but right now I am a working one, and I kind of like my job. I think after so long of being a stay-at-home mom, it was good to mix it up. But I definitely want to start pursuing things that I want to do. I have other things that I want to do too. So thank you, Lord, for the time, the space, the energy, the lessons. Thank you for it all, Lord. Hey, so I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it. As soon as I get 50 subscribers, then I can start going live. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because I do plan on releasing different kinds of content on this channel. Gonna start meeting my kids. We're gonna start talking to other moms about their birth stories. I'm still gonna share mine, but I want to add some more things to the channel. So we have different things going on. You guys get to talk about different things. Like I said, this is our community, moms. This is our community. I really want us to share our birth stories with each other, be more raw, real, and open about the birth stories. Like, I don't know my mom's birth stories, you guys. You would think when I was pregnant with my oldest, my mom would set me down and told me all her birth stories, or at least what to expect, but no. And I mean, different times call for different things, but I'm ready for us to share with one another our knowledge, our experiences, so we don't all make the same mistakes, because you can make mistakes giving birth. Okay, being pregnant, giving birth, and after. Like, we have to be honest and real with each other and help us help each other. Some of us know about resources to help with different things, and some of us know about others. So let's come together and start helping one another. Share the information that we have acquired, the knowledge that we have acquired from our experiences. So drop them in the comment, anything you want to share about your birth story. How about let's just share how many births you've had. That is a good way for other mothers to find mothers who have similar experiences, I know moms of a big family probably have had some of the experiences that I have, and moms with one may have other experiences that moms with one have. So, let's start sharing with each other, guys. I'm looking forward to this. And I'm gonna keep coming with the heat. Nikki Styles on Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, it's other stuff that will link you to her. It's silk press season, baby. Go look cute. Oh, I love the Lord. I love the Lord. He has my heart, for real, guys. He got my heart. My life would not be the same without him. But let me go back in his house to this baby. I know he's asleep, but I gotta make sure I'm not abandoning everyone else. Go spend some time with everybody else while he's asleep. All right, guys. I love you guys. You guys be safe out here. Have a safe holiday. I know the roads are getting crazy. Pray when you get on the road. Pray when you get on the road. It will help keep you focused. Play your worship music. Stay focused. You won't be so distracted. For those that deal with road rage, start praying before you drive. And listening to worship. Those are things that help me, because I used to really be bad at it. But I'm like, Lord, move these demons out my way. Protect me and everyone else on the road, Father. And this is what I do with my kids. I set the posture for the drive too, which is worship in my car. Guys. I gotta be full of worship, and I'm gonna go. All right, I'll definitely be back. I have plenty to share. I love you guys. Bye.